Okay, folks, this video is being made through a phone that has never been in service contract. Now, this phone also does not switch itself to internal storage concerning the microcard. When I turn it off by itself, it is now preset to the SD card. I'm bringing that to your attention because the wild animals that host gang stalking crimes know that they're, well, let's just put it to you this way, if they have any way of knowing that when you're making a video through the internal storage on the phone that I'm making this video through, once it passes 33 minutes and 10 seconds, it then will not, concerning the video recording time, once it passes that time mark, it will not allow me to transfer that video from the internal storage to a USB stick or a SD card. And right now, with all the different massive things occurring in my life, all of them are intentionally being managed and affected upon my life, because extremely educated gang stalking victims know that these wild animals that are hosting this crime against themselves and me, they know that this crime comes at you from every direction. The business community, public transportation services, police, security guards at business plazas, business managers, business employees, fake customers, the whole 9 yards. Okay? That is in part the gang of gang stalking, not to mention the extreme corruption and criminality of the medical establishment. Absolutely. Universities. The gang of gang stalking is where the host, who is managing the crime at the top, okay, has got the power and influence and resources to control and work with, okay, all their tentacle colluding partners. A good majority of this crime is very hard to prove because of the way that they apply their techniques. And that includes, does that include the massive amounts, and I mean massive amounts, of massive reports of the neural weapons and directed energy weapons that are reported to be occurring to tens of thousands of victims every single day and night, nonstop, all over the United States, not to mention the acoustic weapons as well. Now, that's not what this particular video is about. Yesterday, the bile whores, it had to have occurred at the gas station across from the Chevron gas station on Governor Road and Genesee Avenue, which just happens to be directly across the street from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, where I have just, again, recently acquired massive, indisputable evidence of verbal harassment and much more. Now, this gas station I'm referring to is directly right across the street from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and absolutely, and my bike tire got flattened there yesterday. Now, I don't know how they did it, because remember, there's a vast majority of things that gang stalking crimes can perpetrate from a remote distance, and that is not what this video is about. The only thing I can do is tell you right now. In fact, check this out. Let me just show you something here real fast. Bear with me just for 2 seconds. In fact, actually, let me show you this tweet right here. Do you know notice anything here about bioelectromagnetics? Okay. Oh, absolutely. Now, that is particularly concerning wideband, wireless body area of network integrated implants. I wanted to show you this before it disappears off the front page of the home screen of Twitter, because as I continue to talk, if the page gets refreshed by itself, then that tweet will disappear. Now, that's not necessarily in play with anything that I'm talking about in this particular video, but notate the word necessarily. Okay, now the point being is that if you can just wait a second, I'm going to go into my gallery and bring up one picture, because I don't want to get bogged down into this. And while I'm looking for the picture, I'm going to make additional statements. The bile whores, the mass murdering, raping, gang raping, human trafficking, racketeering, insurance fraud scheme, filthy whores, and they are involved in much more than that, absolutely. This is a crime that's nothing but organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level, working as an up and operating, tentacled, conferencing, organized crime syndicate. And they are tentacled into every industry and every aspect of society. I shit you not. In fact, I'm going to show you this right here. This is from September 13th, 2022. This is the type of shit that gets propped up along my routes in one form or another every single day, everywhere I go. Bus stops, bus routes, walking routes, when I'm standing in businesses, anywhere in businesses, as I'm walking anywhere, at counters and aisles of businesses, either from the shoes up to the hats. Now, I am referring to this part of what she's wearing right here, but you should also know the other colors that she's wearing is also relevant to this, because this is what you call double binding, where the mid-eye up sees this color, while mid-eye down is processing this color. And this is necessary for, guess what? These eye lens implants that are in my eyes. Bring up that YouTube video and watch it, and you'll learn some of the features and functions of them. Being showcased by an Oxford physicist who's also showcasing a book written by world-renowned scientist Dr. Hildegard Staniger, and the book that's being shown in that video, the eye lens implants are in that book as well. These sick bitch bile whores, and by the way, the electromagnetic weapon boil bumps that are on those eyes, okay, that is a result of a 36-hour-long extreme brutal torture episode that took place at 2 places, a wooded area, okay, and Bond's grocery store on Regents Road and Arabia Street, which, by the way, is where I'm going today. The same verbal harassment that's been caught in that Bonds and outside that Bonds and along my routes has also been caught in Whole Foods, where I'm going today, CVS, where I'm going today, the post office, where I'm going today, MTS bus routes, which I take all over the place. And here's another thing, too. The MTS... and I don't give a shit about what any of these sick bitch animals fucking think about my exposures. I can give 2 shits. Okay? Absolutely. You should know, though, well, first of all, MTS has been involved in this crime nonstop towards me, colluding with the host nonstop, every single day, nonstop, since 2011. Nonstop. Okay? On every bus route and at every bus stop. Now, I already know MTS is involved in this crime up to their fucking teeth. And their lion bile whore ass, well, they literally sent me an altered video of a staged assault that I endured on their bus on 10/10/11. Now, I can't get, you know, it's very easy to get, to start talking about other things on this, about this crime that I endured and am enduring. You know, because when you start talking about any aspect of this crime, there's so many details around anything that I talk to you about and anything that I show you that you end up getting distracted with that and you get away from the subject matter. So let me go back to the gallery to show you something here, and then you can say to yourself, if they got the capacity to do what I'm going to show you, and by the way, what I'm going to show you, that's not even 0.01% of the other types of massive video evidence. I'm going to show you 4 pictures right now. I want you to look at this. Okay, this right here is literally a beam hit. Oh, hold on. This is a picture of the picture of a beam hitting me right in the fucking middle of the forehead. Now, I had already had hundreds of audio files, okay, dedicated to several properties and business locations before that, showing me state that I'm being hit right in the center of the forehead, right at the hairline, on hundreds of occasions, at least 200 occasions, dedicated to multiple hiking area properties and multiple businesses, verbally logged in my tape recorder, different dates, different locations, on at least 200 occasions before 8/9/22, which is the date this was caught on video on Gilman Road. Now that brings alive and proves all those prior torture episodes that I was verbally describing, because anybody in their right fucking mind would sit back and say to themselves, there is no way somebody can give a very specific, detailed statement about where they're being hit at in the head on over 200 audio files, specific, detailed statement about where you're specifically being hit at, and then you catch it, okay, afterwards on video, that proves all those other torture episodes. And by the way, I'm just coming out of an extreme torture episode that lasted for 36 hours directly to the entire forehead and the entire back base cranium. That event started on 7/27/2025 and concluded yesterday morning. And they're still marginally doing it. Okay? I've had it with these sick bitch bile whores, and by the way, let me show you something. I've had it. After the flat tire yesterday. So the point being, if they can see, because think about it. Okay? One, they isolate victims. So since they isolate victims, if you don't have a video camera up and you're lucky enough to catch something through a video camera, how can you visually prove you're being hit? That's one of the reasons why I verbalize my statements of the attacks I'm enduring. hoping one day that I would catch attacks, and I did. So if they got the because this is not visible to the naked eye. The only reason why you're seeing it now is because of the way that phones work concerning radio frequency, okay? And the simple fact that of light inductance from the pixels of the phone and the light spectrum that they're using is what enabled it to be caught. Okay? Now, it to the naked eye, you can't see this to the naked eye. You can't see something like this to the naked eye as you're being hit. Okay? Absolutely. There's only certain instruments that allow you to catch this type of laser. Right? But the camera caught it. Right? So, if they can hit your head, these are energy beams. Okay? So, do you think something like this, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I believe it, I'm just saying, do you think something like this can hit a bicycle tire? Or some other type of fucking weapon from a nearby vehicle or an asshole that just happens to walk right by your bike? Because when I got off the fucking bus yesterday, my back tire was fine. It was only, the air in it was only 20% gone. And trust me when I say, when I walk with that bike, with the bike tire inflated, versus how it's hard to walk with the bike when the tire is completely flat, there's a 100% complete difference. So I would have noticed, okay, that if that bike tire had become flat, by the time I got to the bus stop, after I got the bike off the bus and walked to the gas station, and when I parked it in front of the gas station, when I went inside to get what I wanted to buy. And then when I came out, it was not flat either. So it got attacked somehow, okay, between the time I took the bike from the front of the gas station to the air pump. Which, by the way, the employee kept me walking back and forth to the gas station, and that can be talked about later. He wouldn't turn on the air pump, like I kept asking him to. Now, here's two other brutal attacks. This one right here is the effects of an attack that took place on this fucking property on April 16, 2023. Okay? This is an attack that took place on August 18, 2022, on the wooded area on Gilman Road. Yeah. Do you see what they've done to my fucking eyes? Look at this shit. Okay? These are murdering animals. It's all they fucking are, and it's all they'll ever be. And by the way, the day of this event, a military helicopter was hovering directly above me for at least 3 hours, while another smaller helicopter was also directly in the area. Paybacks are a bitch. That happened in Rockets Canyon. Fuck all these assholes. This right here is another attack that took place at the wooded area off of Gilman Road. Dang, I wonder what all those lines are that are interfacing with the top of my head while a fucking maser is hitting my face. Okay? So they got the fucking... Look, they got the weapons to do anything to you and your electronics and your property, which is an additional reason why I'm making this video. Today, I'm going to have to take the bike over to the bicycle store off of Villa La Jolla Square Drive. It's in the same plaza where Ralph's and Trader Joe's and Starbucks, okay, is in. Okay? Which I've been gang stalked to every single fucking business in that fucking plaza, too. I've had it. I've had it. And you wouldn't believe the brutal attack I endured in CBS. I think it was around June 29th. I ain't never fucking letting CBS go. That's a fact. And that attack, by the way, continued on this property at an area directly behind me. Abso-fucking-lutely. Directly behind me, and it lasted all the way up until around June... Well, that lasted all the way up until... it actually lasted all the way until June 12th. And then I ended up with a 4th-degree burn on my left buttock. Now, I don't expect you to understand all this right now, folks, but let me go back to this picture, though, because I'm going to show you something concerning this picture. These sick bitch vile whores, this type of color coding right here is propped up along all my fucking routes in one form or another. If you ever see me out and about in the community, pay attention to anybody that's wearing or carrying anything that's black and white, no matter how loud it is, no matter how detailed it is. Okay, whether it's faint black and white, you just would not fucking believe it. From shoe to hat. That includes items they're carrying, backpacks, okay, duffel bags, okay, pants, shirts. Okay, you just would not fucking believe what I'm putting up with. Now, this has got to do with what's featured in the Demigods video that I will place in the description of this YouTube video so you can understand why black and white is necessary for these types of eye lens implants. These sick bitch, I hate these motherfuckers more than I can fucking describe it. This is now going to be carried on with me everywhere I fucking go. So if I start to get banned from MTS, Whole Foods, CVS, any entire plaza, USPS, Bonds, okay, laundromat, any fucking business tries, if I endure any staged event or complaint or accusation that then is used to ban me, no matter what fucking comes out of my mouth at any time, if I am set up for a staged event for a ticket, arrest, or being banned, including today, it will be because of this sign. See, what you got to understand about these sick, demented, human trafficking, murdering, raping, gang raping bastards. Yeah, I wonder who the FBI are. How deeply embedded is SDPD in this crime? How about SDST? Fuck you, abso-fucking-lutely. And you would not believe, and by the way, you need to also research forced speech and remote neural monitoring and gang stalking. Because these sick little bitches, they know when you're making a video. You better believe they know when you're making a video. Okay? You better believe it. Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. They know when you're making they know when you're making a video. So you need to research the fact that thousands of victims all over the country are stating that they're not only enduring cyber surveillance through these wild horrors, but they're also enduring forced speech, where the victims are literally being controlled to swear and say things and talk loud. I kid you not. This is all over the internet, folks. It is all over the internet. Oh, absolutely. I literally got audio files showing doctors, lawyers, professors, and scientists discussing it. Literally, I kid you not. Now, hold on a second. Literally. And they know when you're making a video, so, you know, if they got the power to affect that type of situation, okay, while you're making a video, are they trying to make it sound like, hey, man, this is an angry lady. She's out of control. See, what you got to understand is that the police, state, county, local police, state, county, local governments, and the federal whores that are working in concert with the fucking other tentacled whores, the businesses, the medical establishments, and all these other places, these sick bitch wild animals, they know they're fucking torturing you. They know they're torturing you. And they know you're exposing them. And they also know you're looking up lawyers through cyber surveillance. So what these little maggots will do, like, do you think it's an accident right now my x-ray results are being kept from me? I just went and got x-rays on the 21st of July. And they're being completely kept away from me through bullshit excuses. Well, the medical establishment is going to claim you didn't get them because the imaging place and the app itself is done through another company that we contract through. Okay, so we're not legally culpable for you not being able to see them. Yeah, ain't nothing like a little tag teaming bullshit. Fuck yeah, it is. You got to understand how these sick bitch whores operate. They know the law. And they know they're breaking the law. So what they do is they attach themselves to other... Oh, fuck yeah, they do. And, oh, absolutely. Now, hold on one second, because they're fucking around with my phone, so I can't bring my gallery back up. Oh, absolutely. And by the way, that's not what this video is all about. The main goal of this video is to say to you that today when I go to this bicycle shop, we're going to see one. They stole my... when I came back to this area yesterday to... because I knew I had a backup brand new inner tube, okay? So I went into the area where my backup inner tube was at, which also should have had a bike repair kit with patches and other materials that would allow me to even fix the hole if it was even findable in that inner tube that became flat yesterday. They stole everything. They stole the fucking bike pump. They stole my fucking bike patches and the rest of the stuff that's related to my bike repair kit. They stole everything except for the inner tube. Now, do you really believe that's an accident? And by the way, that thing was hidden less than 6 feet away from where I'm sitting at right now. Abso-fucking-lutely. Hold on one second. It was literally hidden less than 6 feet away from where I'm sitting at right now as I speak. So, given the fact that every single fucking business, I literally got 10,200 audio files. 10,200 audio files, that is no exaggeration at all. At all. I literally got 10,200 audio files of wild animals, role-playing assholes and lowlifes and punks and thugs, okay, that these sick bitch animals use. Showing people repeat gang stalk, oh my god, suck dick, suck my dick, suck on the dick, and other stuff. Okay, absolutely. 10,200 audio files of this shit being being said around me ever since 2011. At every single fucking business I've been to, and at least on 90% of all bus routes. Literally. Every single fucking business, every library, 90% of all bus routes, universities, everywhere. Now, this is going to be worn on, I'm going to hoggle it between my computer bag, my duffel bag, and my backpack. If I discover that this has been torn off, if I ever put it like on my backpack, or if anybody creates any incidences there to where it gets torn off. Look, because what you got to understand about this, and I'm going to let you go. Two things. If they stage any event anywhere along my routes today, if I cannot fix my back tire at the bicycle shop today, if anybody fucks with me on my routes today, on my way there, while I'm there, inside or outside of that bicycle shop, if they don't have a tire pump that's cheap, like the one I bought before. No, we only got the cheapest tire pump we got is $30. Sorry. We can't help you. Sorry. Oh, you can't work on your bike outside of the store. You got to go somewhere else. Okay? Yeah. You would not believe the collusion that's happening with these fucking bikes, with these businesses. You just would not fucking believe it. They work on direct behalf of a host. Now, I want you to understand this as well, because this is extremely important. The sick bitch whores, okay? The sick bitch animals that have committed the crimes that I showed you earlier, these are electromagnetic weapon boil bumps on my fucking eyes because of an extremely brutal 36-hour torture session that took place at a wooded area and continued continually at Vaughn's on Governor Road and Genesee Avenue on June 3rd, 2020. Okay? At Vaughn's, and it started the night before on June 2nd at the wooded area. The attack was continuous, and it was identical between both places. And it was so bad that it produced electromagnetic weapon boil bumps, which means they were literally boiling my eyes just like you boil an egg. And as a result of the boil bumps, it pushed the back part of the biofilm light crystal ocular prosthetic implants out and even lit up, it literally even lit up the embedded nanocrystals. It's reported these types of eye lens implants make your eyes a walk-in video camera. Okay, so why would they make your eyes a walk-in video camera if they were not able to take the visual data from you? Why would they want to make your eyes a video camera? Think about what I'm saying. So then it's abundantly clear they're able to retrieve the data from these types of eye lens implants concerning what's reported. So what else is in me? Okay, now the sick bitch fucking animals, okay, that are responsible for that and that attack, okay, and the other shit that I showed you, are intimately connected to the vile horrors that are managing the businesses and the harassment that I endure in there. And you should also know that color coding is also connected to it's reported that type of color coding in this type of situation is directly connected to auditorial influencing and voice to skull with voice morphing. Where they got the ear, if you got an ear implant in you, the ear implant and the eye lens implants are connected together. If you see color coding, it's reported it goes to the computer. The computer then instantly sends to the cochlear ear implant a statement in the sound, and this is going to sound crazy. Trust me, I'm aware of how this sounds, but I literally got audio files showing doctors talk about it. I kid you not. So let me just put it to you this way. Is voice to skull with voice morphing being experienced as a direct result of the hookup between these eye lens implants and any type of auditory implant? Because I got to be careful about what I say. Look, folks, you're literally seeing implants right there. You're literally seeing them. And think about the other shit that I showed you. And everything that I've showed you so far in this video ain't jack shit. It ain't nothing. It's not even 0.01% of the evidence I got. So from now on, I've had it. I have fucking had it. Okay? So something like this is going to be carried on me every day. If anybody walks up to me and says, I don't understand what this sign says. What does it mean? Because that's another thing they've done on prior dates when I've carried signs on me, which has only been like on 3 prior occasions, okay? Literally. So what they'll do is they'll prop up whores. They'll prop up whores in my environment to wear color coding, and it's not just black and white color coding they're using too. So they'll stand in the immediate environment while they use another asshole to come and ask me questions about my sign, okay? There's also color coding on MTS buses. Absolutely. And I ain't got time right now to get into all that. Just trust me. There is color coding propped up every single fucking place I go along my routes. Color-coded vehicles. Assholes wearing color-coded clothes. Carrying color-coded items. Even pushing color-coded shit. I fucking shit you not. Now, color coding is one of the biggest things reported to be going on in this crime across the nation. CBS will never be forgotten. You should also know I don't carry any weapons on me at any time. I have never been and never will be violent towards anybody except for self-defense. Okay? But I still don't have any weapons. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do any type of illegal narcotics. I don't take any type of prescription medication because I don't need any. In other words, there is nothing wrong with me whatsoever. It's time for people to start fucking knowing the truth. And the only reason why you're not seeing them buffer my fucking phone right now, like they do 99.99% of the time, every fucking place I go, non-stop, is because they know I'm making a video. They don't want you to see them buffering my phone. A phone I fucking pay for. I gotta go fucking pay the bill today. And 99.9% of the time, they fucking buffer it so I can get a fucking thing done anywhere. And you would not believe the color coding that I'm enduring through some of my electronic devices. And I ain't got time to get into all that, but trust me, if I explained it to you, you would completely understand. I've had it. I have had it. So this, if I, look, because you got to remember, so this is the last statement. And listen to this very, very, very closely. Listen to me very closely. Okay, and then I'm going to let you go. And by the way, these statements apply for all dates, all locations. Okay? Concerning all the statements I made in this video. Okay, at least concerning the community-based gang stalking. The people who are hosting the community-based gang stalking, using the businesses, the public transportation services, the fucking bus drivers are abso-fucking-lutely. You would not believe how often they're leaving me stranded at bus stops. Using normal appearing excuses and lies. Every single day, practically, I endure it. Sometimes I endure it 2-3 times a day. Absolutely. And they're doing it in different ways, too. And I'll eventually make a video about that so you can completely see it. And it's being done intentionally. Intentionally. It's always been done intentionally. They're also having bus drivers go off on me for not putting up the bike rack. And and 99% of the time when they have these bus drivers go off on me, okay, for not putting the bike rack up, it's right after I've endured a brutal attack where my fucking abdomen is hurting really bad. Putting that bike rack up would massively aggravate it. So you need to always know this down to the fiber of your being. The vile whores that are attacking me with these energy weapons and acoustic weapons are intimately, directly connected to the same filthy whores that are managing the community-based gang stalking. That means every business that's been used, and empty house, every library that's been used, every university that's been used, they fucking know who they are. So here's that statement. Here's the relevant statement I mentioned a second ago, and then I gotta let you go. Listen to me carefully. Okay? When they prop up these people along my routes for sometimes staged events, sometimes false accusations, and then mostly color coding and verbal harassment from a distance. When they prop these people up, the vast majority of them don't even know that other people are being propped up along my routes to do the same things. Okay? They're paid off and bargained with and paid off to do this and told lies. Why do you think you see this on here? Okay? Fake law enforcement files. They're told fucking lies, they're told slanders about victims, and they're paid off. Then they get around the victim and do what they're told to do, whether it's color coding, a repeated word or phrase, okay, a physical gesture, okay, or a staged event, a staged accusation, a staged complaint, a staged provocation. These are role players. Now, if they see something like this, then they're going to realize they've been lied to. If they see something like this and stand back and look at it, okay, and stand back and fucking look at it and read it and even investigate it, then they're going to fucking know they've been lied to. Then they're going to realize that the people that use them, especially if it's a police officer, okay, are involved in organized crime. Because once they learn, see, because they, for the most part, they stop saying gang stalker on me, for the most part. They're massively relying on color coding, physical gestures, staged events, and other things, and massive other things they're doing, okay? So, you got to understand something, okay? When they use these role players to do different things, a good majority of them probably don't even know that what they're doing is connected to the crime of gang stalking itself, okay? Oh, absolutely, to harass their victims. I'm going to make another one of these, and I'm going to say, if you're told to wear colors, you're involved in gang stalking. Certain colors. Absolutely. Now, see, the problem that the host has concerning something like this is because the host knows that the people they're using to stand around and on an occasion to do things directly towards the victim, they already know that they have lied to these people to get these people to do these things. Now, if you're wearing a sign that tells these people, okay, about a specific crime, because look at what it says. It says, gang stalking crimes use community members to harass their victims through lies, slander, fake law enforcement files. Gang stalking is human trafficking. Research it now. So, when they even prop up the people wearing color coding along my routes, the people that they're using it's abundantly clear they know to themselves that they're being used by a third party, right? And whether they realize they've been lied to or not, it doesn't matter. But when they see that, and they see the word community member, okay? When they see the word gang stalking crimes, use community members, that's going to excite a red flag in their brain. And they're going to start thinking, hey, who the fuck, why did these people tell me this thing why did these people tell me what they told me to get me to go do this thing? And then they're going to look it up. And then they're going to look it up. And they're going to realize they've been lied to and used. And then they're going to learn everything about gang stalking. The host can't have that. So what they'll do is they'll stage events and start banning you from businesses, bus transportation services. They'll start staging assaults. They'll start staging arrests. This is a fucking prediction. Welcome to truth, folks. Welcome to truth, because it's being fucking laid out right now. I have had it. You think you're going to fucking take x-rays from me at a medical establishment and then intentionally keep them away from me and have fucking doctors lie to me about the results? You can kiss my fucking ass. Absolutely, with your cyber surveillance bullshit. Okay? Look, if they're torturing you internally and they're not allowing you to prove it medically, then the torture can continue. Fuck you. Today is the day I am declaring I am fighting back, and I will never stop. Everybody have a good day. Research what I've stated.